Winging it is not a strategy, yet far too many salespeople approach key accounts with a let's see what sticks mentality. It won't work. It'll become too reactive and somebody who is planning will steal the business. Another thing I hear is, it's not worth it. No, strategic account planning isn't just for big deals. It's how every great salesperson stacks the odds in their favour. In today's episodes, we're talking about why account plans aren't just admin, they're your sales sat nav. Build it right, and it's going to guide every move that you make. Welcome to the Sales Today podcast, a podcast that helps B2B sales pros sell smarter, not harder. I'm Fred Copestake, consultant, sales trainer, and author of Ethical Selling, Hybrid Selling, and Selling Through Partnering Skills. Every episode, I break down proven ideas that help you win more business by doing the right thing in the right way. So, account plans help you think ahead, not just react. Done well, they give you direction, clarity, and power when you walk into conversations. So today, we'll dive into why most account plans do fail and how we can fix them, the key components of a winning plan, and how to make yours a living, breathing guide to success. So let's have a think about why account plans fail. Well, too often, they're just a box ticking exercise. They're created once and they're buried in a shared drive, lost. Yeah? Your job is to help customers think. And so to do that, you need to think. And to do that, you need to invest time in your thinking. It's strange. I've lost count of the number of opportunity management sessions that I run with companies where people will decline the invite. Decline the invite because they're too busy. And I'm thinking, now, too busy doing what? This stuff is literally your job. Your job is to think, to prepare, and to go and to be able to add value. So it's just not perceived that that's something they do. You want to run around and go busy, busy, busy. The other thing that we see in account plans failing is they're too complicated. Maybe that's why people don't want to get involved with them. Loads and loads and loads of pages, tons of templates, no real direction, information for information's sake. Yeah, it's frustrating that. I appreciate it. So the real purpose of an account plan is to guide action. Guide action. So a good one should answer, what's the objective? Who's involved? What challenges and opportunities exist? How will we win? If we can't do that on one page, it's too much. So let's think about the key elements of a great plan. Let's break it down. Here's what I think should always be in your account plan. I'm going to talk through 6 things. So the first is a SMART objective. If you're listening to this, if you're in sales, I suspect you've probably come across SMART before, but just in case, what does it mean? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and there is a time attached to that. Specific, we're clear on what it is we're trying to do. Measurable, we can measure whether we achieve that or not. And it is achievable. In other words, it's not something we're setting out that's absolutely impossible. It could be stretch, okay, that's fine, but it's got to be something that we can achieve. Relevant, and by relevant, we probably also mean achievable, but I like relevant to translate into results oriented. So it's to do with our overall results that we're here to deliver, and that time bound, there's a time scale in what we're trying to achieve. Okay, good. So we've got SMART objective, we've got something that we can aim at. We then start to think about part 2, the stakeholder map. So in other words, who's involved? Who's got an influence on the decision? Who decides ultimately the final yes, no? We can do this in different ways. So power interest grid or a buyer center model, something like that you might have come across before. Just draw an organization chart. Yeah, just map that up, and then depending the level of detail you want, can start to get information about each person, who they are, what's their job, the influence that they have on that particular sale. Are they a user? Are they someone who's got criteria that need fulfilling? Are they the economic buyer, who is like the ultimate yes, no? And that might be a coach, might be a sponsor. So assigning those roles helps us think about what they do. We might capture the strength of their influence, whether they put that, supporting us or not. We might Also, think about personality style, so we can adapt when we're talking to these. But ultimately, what they're trying to get out of it, what's their win? Yeah, personal, professional. It's useful to look at both of those. So yeah, quite a lot of information per person, but the more we've got, the more we can adapt, the better job we can do. We can then, part three, think about the customer goals. What are they trying to achieve? Now, if you know the value framework that I've written about in the book, Selling Through Partnering Skills, this is where value and align, or validate and align, are very much coming together. Yeah, these are these parts of the framework where we're doing our homework. So then we start to think about part four, which is the challenges and the gaps. Where's the pain? Where is it that we can help? Where can we add value? What is it that we can do with them? Opportunity to co-create, to collaborate, to bring something to the party that's going to be valuable to them. Part five, we're going to think about the competitive landscape. So who else is in the mix? Our competitors. I often ask this on training. Who are the competitors for Coca-Cola? Pepsi, people say. Okay, what's the competition for Coca-Cola? So the soft drinks. Could be beer, milk, tea, coffee. Could be an ice cream if you want something cool, refreshing. So what are other options, including do nothing? And then we can look at kind of what are the how they are good for the customer, bad for the customer, what they're doing well, what they're doing badly. Think about that from a competitive landscape point of view. And the sixth part is the action plan. Action plan. Concrete next steps, owners, and the timelines when things are going to be done. Think of the account plan like a campaign plan. It is not just a document. It should drive activity. It's there to do something. It's our reference point. It's not just something that has to exist to satisfy someone else's objectives. This is going to help us achieve ours. So this is about making the plan living, breathing, bring it to life. It's only useful if it evolves. So build in review rhythms. So monthly check-ins, quarterly strategy resets, things which are going to keep us looking at it and thinking. So keep it visible, talk about it, use it as a tool to coach. So if you're a manager and sales team have these, look at it, coach people around it, get people coaching each other. Yeah, so using this to develop our thinking. It's all about thinking. In sales today, we're sense makers. But if we can't make sense of stuff, how can we help customers do that? What about our preparation? And what I'd say is don't go it alone. Collaborate with your customer. Bring them in on it. This is a chance to show them that you're serious about long-term partnership, not just short-term quick wins. That you're investing the time and effort to think about them so that you can do an excellent job for them, with them. Invariably, when salespeople have done this, they've reported back to me that the customer just said, wow, that's really cool. It's excellent that you're doing this, and we'll help them build it so the information is more accurate and things can happen quicker. Planning is absolutely a part of selling because it shows our intent, it shows that we're preparing, it shows that we care. So for me, this is part of ethical selling. It's part and parcel. Yeah, we prepare to add value, not just to make a pitch, hope something sticks. Same thing every time. We're very much tailoring things to customers, really making it for them, about them. So, little challenge. Go to your biggest account. Could somebody pick up your plan and understand what the strategy to win that is straight away? If not, I'd say that's time for a refresh. It's time to go in, use perhaps the format I've just used, but something that is going to get you thinking and have information available to share with others. But above all, plans are nothing, planning is everything. So the very fact that you're going through the planning process, the thing you produce at the end of it, yes, it is useful. However, it's that thinking that gets you there that is going to make a real difference. Okay, so yeah, talk about being short and sweet on all these episodes. So I'll start to wrap this one up. Today we've covered why account plans often fail, how to avoid those traps, talk through those 6 elements of the winning plan, and then how that you can make it this living strategy. It's not just a dusty file. So your next step, your challenge, the thing to do after this if you want to make a difference is pick an account and rebuild from scratch. Use the format we've discussed. Go with that one. That one works. Keep it simple, keep it visible, and commit to using it every week. Go back to it at least on your own, maybe with a colleague, ideally with the customer. Okie dokie. So, if this episode has sharpened your thinking, hit subscribe, share it with your team. If you want to explore this stuff in more depth, reach out on LinkedIn, connect with me there. And look, I'd love to help. I have some other resources on this that I can point you towards. That's it for this episode of Sales Today. I'm Fred Copestake. Until next time, keep planning ahead and keep selling the right way.